wasted all that time. She wasted all that time when she could have been looking for someone she actually loved.
Yeah.
You know?
But she wasn't well anyway, so you're not connecting with people when you're
No, yeah, you're right. But she still should have left him. It was so dysfunctional. Is the camera? Oh, okay, it's good.
Watching the like keeping up with the impeachment stuff.
Yes. Well, I didn't watch yesterday, which I heard was like, I actually need to watch a recap of it or something because I heard that the testimony yesterday could be like a game changer.
Here, so and like this isn't butchering. I haven't been keeping up with it really that well, but basically, there's a guy. I think he's from the Ukraine. He's one of the guys who they paid to investigate Biden, I believe, or maybe he's involved with Russia. But basically, they were like the Republicans' defense was like, yeah, we paid them, but there was no quid pro quo.
It's a hard word to say.
Quid pro quo. That like there was like going to be an exchange, like we were going to pay them and then they were going to like rig shit for us, and the guy that they paid was like, yes, there absolutely was a quid pro quo, and like everyone knew about it. He named like Pence, Giuliani, like all of them. I watched it on the Daily Show, and it's just like a picture of like 5 gremlin looking old white dudes.
Yeah.
And it was just like they knew everything. I mean, they basically proved that they rigged the election and that they like colluded with Ukraine, but I still don't know that like it will happen.
No, I don't think so. Well, I don't know, but the one I watched the day before yesterday, and it was, they were talking to 2 people who actually like heard the phone call when he was like, I need you to do me a favor or whatever.
Yeah.
And they both reported it because it was, both were like, it was extremely inappropriate and like not anything that happens in whatever. The Republicans who were interrogating them were just like trying to, what's the word, like poke holes in their respectability.
Yeah.
What's the word? Like they were trying
reputation.
Yeah,
or,
like they were trying to tarnish this guy's reputation. Meanwhile, he is a decorated colonel.
The Purple Heart guy.
Yes,
yeah.
he got a fucking Purple Heart. And like never would have any reason to not follow protocol or whatever. And this man was interrogating him like, well, why, if you spoke to somebody who told you not to tell anybody, then why did you not tell, like, why'd you tell your wife about it? And he's like, I didn't do anything like unethical or whatever. And eventually I found myself thinking like, I know what they're doing. They're like trying to confuse people by saying like, this guy's dishonest or whatever. But
I think they called him like an immigrant or some shit.
Well, the problem is even I'm confused. You know what I mean? And I know that none of this shit has to do with the issue at hand. And all this talking around shit is making me confused. So like, obviously it works. You know?
I think Republicans so staunchly don't want to be wrong that I think
they don't want to lose control of of Congress. Like that's what it is. It's like it has nothing to do with a sense of right and wrong. Like there is no sense of right and wrong. They just want to maintain control.
Have some fucking humanity though.
I know.
It's shocking. It's shocking how corrupt it is and how like the Democrats have gone above and beyond to prove it without a shadow of a doubt, and they're still just like, no, I want him in here. Although I feel that he will get I think he will get impeached. I don't think he will be removed. Because to be removed, that guy, the one who looks like a fucking turtle, do you know that guy? There's a guy
sound off in the comics. Hi, we're talking politics, guys.
Happy Friday,
Happy
everybody.
Friday. We're talking about America and the politics. Okay, Cody says Republicans can't defend Trump on the substance of the investigation. Nunes, who is suing a fake cow on Twitter, may have been working with the arrest Lev Parnas. I have no idea what any of this means, but I think that you're right, and I salute you. I mean, also, one of these guys who helped him with the election just got sent to prison. I'm gonna look it up. Like all these people around him, like the Stormy Daniels lawyer, like there's all these people who did stuff for him who are being arrested. And it's like, okay, so everyone around him is being arrested. You know what I mean? There's also a judge that is continuing to make progress in moving forward to get his tax returns. So it's like everyone is coming at him, but the fact that he's still there is terrifying. What terrifies me is if he gets impeached but doesn't get removed and then gets reelected. Can you fucking imagine?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, in my heart of hearts, I don't think, like, there's a way that he's going to get reelected. But then again, I didn't think he'd be elected the first time. So
we were together for that. Do you remember that?
I've lived long enough and seen enough shit to know that you can never assume that people are reasonable.
They're being, I mean,
that the reasonable
being
thing
brainwashed.
Is gonna happen.
They're being brainwashed.
They're being brainwashed, but I think specifically the conservatives who are in power really enjoy the fact that they're in power. They don't want to be out of a job. It has nothing to do with ethics.
Yeah,
or, like,
no, I know. It's
what they think is right and wrong.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Like, do you think anybody actually likes this guy or thinks he's a good president? No.
Do you know what it is? I think it's like he's like it's very like mafioso what's happening. Like he's this big swinging dick, and I'm sure they're all very, very like nervous about him because he's erratic. Yeah. He's like mentally ill and crazy.
He could one negative like tweet about somebody in the government or whatever, and one negative tweet could turn so many people against them, and
right.
Because people are crazy, and some people really do support him.
Yeah, so he's unstable. So I think they're scared, and they don't want to admit that how unstable he is, because then the whole thing comes down. Yeah. So they're kind of like caught in this weird. But I'm like, grow a fucking pair.
Yeah.
Okay, Roger Stone. Roger Stone is a guy who helped. He looks like a fucking cartoon mobster.
Can you hold it up?
Roger Stone. I mean, he's like a banker from a mob movie.
Yeah, he's like from Dick Tracy.
Oh,
you ever seen that?
Yes. So Annie Bennett says, Mitch McConnell. Yeah, have you seen Mitch McConnell?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, get ready. These guys are all they're like all like melted wax candles. Their faces are all like, it's like, how the fuck did we get to this?
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Okay.
Should we just like shoot everybody over the age of 75?
Not the cool people.
70.
Okay, hold on. I got to get a good Mitch McConnell. I mean, he looks like a pussy.
Oh, yeah. I know this guy.
I mean...
No, he looks like a literal pussy. Like a vagina.
He looks like his neck looks like a vagina. It always
like fat bastard.
Yes!
My neck looks like a vagina.
I'm unhappy because I eat, and I eat because I'm unhappy.
But I'm sexy.
Oh, I'm dead sexy. I was like a little borderline turned on by Fat Bastard.
I knew that. We've talked about Fat Bastard before. You've never revealed to me that you were sexually attracted to him, but I knew.
When he hooks up with Heather Graham and he's like eating chicken, he's eating like a rotisserie chicken in bed.
Wait, they had sex in the movie? I don't remember that. How could I not remember that?
To get like information. This is how it happens. God, this movie's the best. Heather Graham hooks up with him to like get like spy intel.
Okay. But she actually slept with him.
Oh, yeah. And they're lying in bed and he's eating a rotisserie chicken.
Honestly, power move.
Yes. And it's like all over his tits. Like the grease is everywhere.
Yeah.
and she's trying to get like a bug on him, so she shoves it up his ass. It's like he turns facing the screen, and then she's holding like some sort of device and like puts it in there, and then it goes to his face, and he like goes like, oh, and then he's like, naughty out you. And I'm like, I love it. You fucking fat sexy piece of shit.
He's unfiltered.
Give me a baby.
He's a raw, unfiltered sex machine.
He is. Mitch McConnell definitely only does missionary Handmaid's Tale style.
Oh,
yes,
God.
totally.
Have you seen Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah, man, it's a fucking bummer.
Yeah. Did you only watch the first season?
No, I watched it all.
You've seen it all?
Yeah.
I haven't watched the most recent season.
I have this disease where I have no impulse control, and so I had to watch it.
Yeah.
It was like fucking me up hard.
It's really good.
Yes.
Like, it's a really amazing show. I haven't watched the new season because, I just like, I don't really feel like being bummed out.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, this is the near future.
Yeah. It's so not that far off. Yeah, but the way that they have sex with them is so wrong. Like the fact that they can show that on TV, I'm scarred for life after seeing like the commander fucking have sex with the handmaid while looking at his wife. Like, is there anything more traumatizing than that?
No.
I don't know.
No. That is, so the woman who wrote Handmaid's Tale is a Canadian writer. Her name is Margaret
Atwood.
Margaret Atwood. And my mom,
super famous.
My mom recently shipped me this Margaret Atwood book called The Heart Goes Last. Mm-hmm. And all of her, Margaret Atwood is a fucking tragically dark Canadian. Yeah. Like,
I didn't know she was Canadian.
Yeah, I feel a connect with her because she's obsessed with like all of her books are kind of a similar style of like end of days. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there was one that I read that was. I think she wrote Oryx and Crake. Let me check.
Yes, that's what I read.
Yeah.
That's what I read. That's like they make you read that in classes.
She's such a good writer, but it's such a bummer.
Yeah.
I started reading this, and it's similar to.
It looks like a library book.
I know.
It's like shiny.
I know.
Did your mom steal that from a library?
Probably. With a cat in her backpack.
No.
Oh, my mom, that's how she gets her jollies.
Definitely not. Yeah, she has a Porsche. She drives a Porsche to the library and then steals the library books.
I was talking about my mom the other day at a party, and like, she's a character a little bit. And I forget how funny the stories are a little bit. I was talking about her email to Porsche when they... My mom...
What did Porsche... I don't even know what they did.
I'm not quite sure. So my mom bought a Porsche, and she buys... This is very brave, #brave to admit how fucking loaded she is, but here we are. When she gets upset, she makes big purchases.
Like impulse purchases?
Yes, but like cars and houses. Mm-hmm. So after... the cat died last Christmas when our cat drowned. R.I.P.
Oliver.
Pour one out for that gorgeous fucking feline. A few hours later, she's like, I think I'm gonna buy a condo, and we're all like, okay, well, maybe let's
sleep on it.
Yeah. And she bought it, and it's beautiful. She was there today, and like I know she was.
Are you talking about the one in Arizona?
Yes, yeah, you know. Once I saw it and stuff, I was like, oh, this is perfect for you. I know you wanted a place in Arizona. It's small. It's like a little community. Like there's lots of people where you can hang out with. It's very social. Like it was a good move, but it's like to buy a condo in grief.
Right.
Is so red flaggy.
Yeah.
But also like she takes care of her money. She's not like, you know, in debt or anything like that. She's very pragmatic.
Yeah.
And
I'm thinking about it now, and I don't know if it's such a problem. I mean, I don't
know.
I don't know. Well, okay, here's the thing. My sister has a touch of like the shopaholism.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Shopaholism.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a similar thing in that, I mean, she ain't buying condos and Porsches.
Sure.
Let's make that abundantly clear.
Uh-huh.
But like, she has a fair amount of money, and like she'll buy like, you know, she'll go to Coach and like spend thousands of dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's similar in that, like, obviously she can't afford it. She's not like, she doesn't have all this credit card debt that she's racking up because she's addicted to this behavior. It's not like impeding her life. But just the fact that it's a vice is a problem.
Yeah.
And something that should be analyzed.
It's just wild to be under emotional distress and then to make such a big decision like that within such a short period of time.
And then usually when that happens, I mean, you said that it was a good move for her, but I'm sure
it was.
I'm sure she bought it and it didn't fix the thing that was actually happening.
No, like it was a smart move, and I'm glad she did it because she's got like a nice place and is happy. But I'm like,
I mean, in a way, if she gets to go down there and socialize with people and have friends, that kind of like does fix the problem of like being lonely because you're without a cat. I mean, she also got a new cat. A new designer cat.
Yeah, she's just like, so, I don't know. Rich people are people too. And
here at the Hot Mess Comedy
Hour, rich people are people too. You just get to see the way they process their emotions, and it's funnier because they have the means to do bigger things.
Yeah.
That's what's funny about it.
More destructive.
Yeah, like if I am like, I want to buy something to make myself feel better, I'm like,
I'm buying a McFlurry.
Yeah, or like I'm going to Buffalo Exchange and getting like a goofy pair of sunglasses.
Yeah, same.
But like, we were talking about my mom's friend Diane of like 6 months back, her friend who like went crazy and had a horrible divorce and like spent millions of dollars on horses. Like there's something kind of horses. She bought like thoroughbreds.
Does she have a stable?
Yes. But it's like this is a bad.
That's way more nuts.
Right, exactly. But it's like fun to watch because you're like, look at you just buying crazy shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I've never had the amount of money to be able to do that, but it is fun to watch it on a level.
Yeah, of course. Like, especially when it's not you.
You're like, oh my God, you bought a thoroughbred horse and had it shipped from Europe because you're sad?
That's crazy.
I know.
That's actually like, if I had all the money in the world, horses would be like 500th on the list.
Yeah.
Like, I have no desire to own horses.
Neither.
But everyone's got their thing.
Sam Turner says, I watched them talk about the scene and all the actors were even messed up after the DC scene the scene at the end. Okay, so you haven't seen it. Handmaid's Tale.
Are you talking about the new season?
Yes.
No spoilers, please.
We'll just say they go to DC and it's much more like the handmaids where they live have a lot more autonomy. In DC, it's like much more dire the way they're treated.
Shit.
Yeah, and there's like a particularly fucked up scene at the end where like they're making a political announcement on TV and there's like women who are being like silenced in a way that's very fucking creepy.
Wow.
I mean,
how could it get any worse?
If Trump gets reelected, I feel like it will. If he gets impeached and reelected, it will embolden these fucking bigots so hard.
Yeah.
Like, very scary stuff.
Yeah. You know, there's nothing more to say. Just that I'll be curious as to see how this whole thing turns out.
I'm gonna be shipping you to Canada on a crate.
Please.
I got a house in the woods, bitch.
Yeah, up there in the snow. Just perched on the top of a mountain. I mean, free from all this insanity.
Cody Allen says they ship horses from Europe. The hell. I love Cody. Cody was like blown away by the horse treatment because he's like a woodsman. Like shipping the horses.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's not very humane.
No, it's not.
Those horses are shitting themselves on a boat.
I know.
It's not a boat, right? Like horses can't go on planes.
They can. There are some planes
in like the Where the bags go?
Yeah.
Where the bags and
not
dogs
on commercial flights. That's a bit over the weight capacity.
Private planes?
Yes. The horse world is a fucking weird, wild, insanely rich world. Yeah. Blaine says, if I was rich, I would buy random shit just to be random and wear outfits that made no sense, pretending to be oblivious to the world. I mean, that's what rich people do. That's what rich people do. Like, and when they go crazy, they're quote unquote eccentrics and no one stops it. And
you know those ladies who live on the Upper East Side?
Yeah.
On the Upper East Side of Manhattan, there's all these ladies who wear like big church hats. Like they always look like they're going to Southern Baptist Church.
Yes.
But they're also wearing fur, but they're also wearing like a kimono sash.
You just completely described how I dress. This is my future and you know it.
I hope so.
I hope to have a successful career just so I can be one of these ladies. But there are a lot of them, especially in the Upper East Side, are like racist and shitty. It's crazy. Not that what I like.
They're crazy. They shout at you for no reason and they breathe bird feathers. Like they molt.
Yeah, they're
do. They're crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And out of touch and insanely rich.
Yeah. And then they're just in their little world.
Yeah. So
they're fun to observe.
What was your hot mess moment of the week?
Oh my God. I'm trying to think. It's been kind of a lame. Okay, well, I guess this was a success, but it was also like so crazy. So I had my immigration meeting.
Oh yeah.
On Wednesday morning, I had to go to the immigration building, and to get a stamp on my passport that allows me to leave the country. Thank God. I can leave the country now.
Yeah.
The night before, because
that would have been pretty sad if you couldn't go home for Christmas.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been there before. I couldn't go home for Christmas one year.
Oh yeah, wait.
We went to Arizona.
Right.
Yeah.
Ew, an Arizonan Christmas.
Ugh.
Arizonian
disgusting.
Christmas. Yeah, I wouldn't want to experience that. Like, no offense to anyone who lives in Arizona.
We had like a plastic white tree. It was heinous.
No.
Yeah. So
Cody lives in Texas. I feel like a Texan Christmas would be equally bleak.
Yeah. I wonder,
like a desert Christmas.
It's horrible.
It's not. I wouldn't wish it on my worst
enemy. We're coming off so bougie this live stream. This is the bougiest we've ever been. Oh my God,
it is not bougie to want snow in the winter.
It's so funny. So the immigration meeting, it's like they say like bring your paperwork and an ID, but they're not specific about what paperwork. Like I have I don't know,
your first grade
8+ years of paperwork. I have 2 folders in my file cabinet that have like every pay stub I've ever had, all my insurance, every visa I've ever had, everything a lawyer's ever given me is in this fucking dossier. I was going through it and I was like, oh my God, I have done so much immigration bullshit. And I'm only been in America for like 6 years, or 10 years, but like seriously working and stuff like that. Yeah.
Or whatever, not a student.
Yeah. So I walked up to the immigration office with like a file cabinet worth of paperwork on me. I slept for 1 hour because I was so nervous. I couldn't sleep. I got there at like 7 a.m. My meeting was at 8 a.m.
Interesting how for something like this, you're there early.
The only person that's going to get me to show up early is ICE.
Is an immigrant, yeah. I just noted.
Threaten to deport me and I'll show up anywhere on time. Just so you know.
I'm gonna have the police on speed dial. Immigration services.
There's gonna be an ICE agent if you don't make it to this meeting on time. Because I just don't want to take any chances. And I was so cracked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm picturing you sitting across from this immigration cop.
Yeah.
What do you call them?
Agent.
Agent.
Yeah. Secret agent.
Did you like get dressed up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wearing like I blew out my hair, full makeup, full hair, 7 a.m., pea coat, like long knit
You had
dress.
to look like a respectable citizen.
Yeah, here's the thing though. I get there, everyone looks dumpy as fuck. Like here's the thing.
It's 7 a.m.
Yeah, I know, but it's like this is like the last time I went to a biometrics appointment, which is where they take your fingerprints and pictures. And they're like, don't turn your phone on. And I'm like, of course, no. And I'm like fully dressed in like a suit. And then there's just like a Hasidic guy and his wife like playing on their phone. Like no one respects it really. But I fucking do.
Yeah.
So I'm just so like, he's like, can I see your paperwork? I'm like, yes. I'm like pulling out full
all 17 pounds
yes,
of it.
Honestly, yes. And then he's like, oh, I just need your most recent notification letter and your green card. I could have had 2 slips of paper and a green card and I would have been fine. It was so.
But like, why didn't they say that before?
That's the thing. They
said paperwork.
Yeah, they put the onus on you. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't have done it any other way. But like, I was so clearly this like dweeb to them.
Yeah.
They were like, okay.
Yeah, well, who cares what they think?
Yeah. Yeah, but I was so cracked out in Lower Manhattan.
Yeah.
7:30 a.m. in the financial district. Ugh.
That's bleak.
Yeah, it is bleak. And they had photos of like the most wanted, the FBI's most wanted on the wall. They have framed pictures of Trump. Yeah.
Anybody you know?
No. All the comedians.
Yeah.
That's
you're like, I know exactly where they are. They're in the basement of the Creek in the Cave.
Comedy Central's comedians to watch is also the FBI's most wanted list. Yeah, so I slept all day and I was very distraught, but I got my fucking stamp, so yeah.
You get to leave, baby.
Yeah.
Your hot mess moments are always like, they're always like, if I don't like get my shit together, I might be deported, and mine's always like, I shat in a bag. Yeah. Okay, so
I got plenty of shat in a bag.
You know what? So remember when I was telling you guys about the soft discs that I've been using for
the period catchers?
My snatch. Yeah, it's a period catcher. So I bought a reusable one.
Ooh.
Dustin's calling.
Team Dustin. Should we put him on air?
Yeah.
You're on air, babe.
Hello. You're live, bitch. Yes. No, say hello to everyone.
Say hello, Dustin.
Hi, guys.
Team Dustin.
Team Dustin. Tell him how we have sex.
Dustin, say something. Jesus.
Sorry, I hardly understand you guys. You put me on the spot. I didn't come here to perform.
Oh, tell them how you and Andrea have sex.
Tell them how we have sex, babe. How we have sex. Can you tell them about how you went on Tinder as a joke and then told me and I flipped my balls?
Why?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's real unfortunate, especially that you had sex with 2 other women.
Oh!
Sick burn!
Roasted!
All right. Dustin, we're going to have to call you back. Bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not often that we have guests.
I know, right?
What was I saying? Oh, okay. So I got a reusable menstrual cup that like does the same thing as the soft disc. Because remember how I was saying that the Diva cup, you can't fuck with it in.
Yeah. Can't fuck.
You can't like get your rocks off with.
That's not a diva. That's a fucking dud.
That is not a diva.
Yeah.
A diva would demand to be fucked with the cup in.
That's what I make Dustin do. I make him swallow the cup.
Do you make Dustin wear a cup?
Yeah.
Put it up his ass. And then you peg him with it in. Just for fun. Just to see if you can.
He wishes. No, I'm not allowed to go near his
No,
asshole.
so I knew that this one,
mm-hmm.
it's called like, it's this random brand. It's called like the Ziggy cup or something.
Zig-a-zag.
Zig-a-zag.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew right away that it was the same type of thing because, not because it said so, but because of the packaging. Because on the packaging, there are like little cartoons of like little lips, like biting their lip, like,
yeah,
and then like little like comic style quote bubbles that say like, oh dear.
Uh-oh.
So I'm like, I understand marketing well enough to know what they're insinuating, right? So I'm like, you can definitely fuck with this thing in.
They have a thing that's like, can be fucked with.
In really fine
Fuck
print.
approved.
So I buy it and I start using it, but so for me, my second day is the heaviest. Like the first day is actually like pretty light.
Yeah,
and then
day 2's Armageddon.
Day 2 is like, somebody parted the Red Seas. Get Moses on the phone.
That's when the clots come in to play.
We're gonna need to separate this shit, okay?
Put it in a blender and drink it for the breakfast.
So,
do you ever pull out a clot and you're like, I can't believe this?
I have heard you talk about clots a lot,
yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, like I don't deal with clots as much as you do.
See, I didn't used to.
It's not like I never have them. Obviously, I have them.
I didn't used to.
It's not like such an issue.
It's a new thing.
Really?
And I think maybe it's an age thing.
Interesting.
Can't wait till you move into the clots period of your life, because one of them came out of me.
Yeah, do you
and
think
I was
like as you age, like the hemoglobin just gets real sticky or something?
It's just the machine's cranking at a slower speed.
I don't even know if that's. I just wanted to use a scientific word.
Pull it out and I'm like, that is a fucking baby.
How do you pull it out? You reach your fingers in there and pull it out?
One time I was in the bath and one of them like came out.
No.
And I was just like, whoa.
It's just floating there like an amoeba?
Yeah. I'm like, did I just miscarry?
Maybe.
Yeah.
We all know Andrea's hella fertile.
Yeah.
So anyway, I picked up on some context clues. I buy this thing.
Yeah.
And first day, relatively fine.
Mm-hmm.
Second day, it's craziness. And I find myself
fucking madness down there.
I find myself in the bathroom of this little cafe near the school of the children that I babysit. And I had to buy a piece of banana bread because like it's a small cafe and like they'll see you if you come in and just like sit down or just come in to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, and they'll yell at you. So like you need to like buy something.
Did you use the banana bread as a backup diva cup?
I just said,
plug it.
Banana bread, very absorbent.
Yeah.
No, I bought the banana bread and I was like going to put it in my bag and I was like, oh dear, there isn't time. Yeah. And I go into the bathroom and I reach in to take out this cup. And first of all,
just like splash.
Okay, well, first of all, sometimes like it, depending on like if you pee while you have it in, or like if you make the wrong move, if you do a high kick,
sure,
it like can pop slightly out of place.
Ooh.
Or it can go even further into your snatch,
terrifying,
than you intended. So like, my fingers are only this long. So like, at a certain point,
you're
it's like
fisting
really
yourself.
hard to reach.
Ooh.
So that happened. Like I'm knuckle deep in blood. It looks like if you would look at my hand, you would think I committed a murder. Okay. I pull it out. I swear to fucking God, I got blood all over the floor, like in between the cracks of the tiles. And then I'm like on the floor. There's like this piece of banana bread.
Oh God!
Just a fucking casualty that ended up getting covered in blood.
Oh, you got blood on the banana bread?
On the bag that the banana bread was in.
You're covered. You got it covered.
If you think
is it splashing everywhere? Bread, yeah, no, you got to.
You have to.
It's also your own shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If I got my period blood on something, I'd eat it.
I feel like people eat it.
I lick it sometimes.
I feel like some people eat it
to see the consistency.
People turn their placenta into pills and eat that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Just lap up your period blood.
Do you ever test it to like see how irony it is?
No. I don't, Andrea.
No.
I don't. But anyway, so yeah, I'm on my hands and knees like cleaning up this thing.
Are you using toilet paper or like?
No, I'm using toilet. Oh no, I'm using paper towels.
Yeah,
they have.
Oh my God.
And I eventually get it up, but like the tiles, a little pink. like in between the tiles.
Yeah.
The spackle.
The grout.
Yeah, you're not going to get all of it out, right?
Oh.
So I leave the bathroom. Somebody's been waiting outside the bathroom for God knows how long. And I'm just like.
You're like, nope. Nothing to see here.
Not going to acknowledge it because you know what?
You've been getting your dump and blood all over New York City recently.
Let's hope there's no lawsuits against me because my DNA is all over.
Jamie Turner says crime scene tape was needed.
Yeah. Actually, there was another incident too.
Oh my God.
I had to.
What's going on with you?
So this cup, you can fuck with it in. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah, you've mentioned it many times.
So I was fucking with it in. And afterwards, it got lodged somewhere like in my uterus. Like it was nowhere to be found.
This is like when I got a condom stuck inside me.
I've never had that happen.
Oh,
I've heard of that happening though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't reach it. I had to have Slamdy come into the bathroom and use his little nimbly hook fingers.
This is wow. You guys are in love.
It was so intimate.
Yeah.
It was too much.
Yeah.
I think this is the end.
No, it's the beginning.
So he had to do like a downward angle, like get it just at the right angle, hook it under the cup, pull it out, and then once again, blood all over the fucking place.
Wow. He loves you.
And then I'm like sitting down on the toilet. He's washing his hand off. And I'm like, are you going to get out of the bathroom? He's like, are you seriously asking me to leave the bath? Like, you're embarrassed now?
Yeah, after I just performed a medical procedure on you.
And that was my hot mess moment of the week.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Saying anything fun in the chat?
Yes. Let's see. Someone says, oh my God, this is scary. A gas. My face is a gas.
I don't know what would you do if you didn't have somebody there? Like if it got lodged way up there and you were like either too embarrassed or like didn't know the person very well or like didn't have somebody there to assist you.
I don't know.
With their like little Captain Hook fingers.
I'd make anyone do it. I'd be like, you need to help me out.
You know what? If it was you, I would ask you to do it.
Yeah, I'd ask you to do it too.
Because you can't, like I couldn't get it.
Yeah.
It's the angle that's the problem.
Someone said being a woman is so metal. Yes, it is. Speaking of The Handmaid's Tale, the most metal shit in the entire Handmaid's Tale is when she gives birth on her own.
Oh my God.
What?
In the house?
Yes. She like pulls it. She's like, ah. It's like, ah. Pulling her own baby by a fire. I
don't know, man.
I was obviously crying during that entire
it was
scene.
Amazing.
Yeah, but I'm like, women do.
That was the season finale, I think.
Yeah,
season 2 finale.
I'm like, women can do that. We can like, we can just fucking squat down and extract a human out of our pussy.
Actually, if any of you ever do need to give birth solo, I hear that squatting is like the prime position to be in when you give birth because of gravity and such.
Can you imagine?
Like you're not actually supposed to lie on your back, but we do because we don't hate ourselves.
Do you know who gave birth? I was watching. I watched Sean. Oh my God.
Seth Meyers.
Lobby
Baby.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I heard it was good.
Yeah, it was really good. It was very like polished. Seth Meyers came out with a special, and a lot of it's about his wife, and his wife went into labor in their lobby and just gave birth to the kid. And I'm like,
it's really badass.
In modern society, you know what I mean?
Still happens.
That could happen.
That's why I am so like confused by women who choose to do a home birth in an inflatable tub.
Yeah.
It's different if you have a midwife there, fine. They're a medical professional, like they've been trained, but like a doula or like somebody who's not certified or just like solo.
Yeah.
How do you know that nothing crazy is going to happen?
You don't.
And if something crazy does happen, you really think you're going to have the time and the wherewithal to get to the hospital in time? People are giving birth in lobbies.
If I ever have a baby, I'm going to do it in a field.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it in the woods.
With just cats there.
Yeah. with like Nordic gigantic cats.
Yes, Bengals.
Yeah. They'll all be in nurse outfits.
Mm-hmm. Trained.
Ah,
Therapy cats.
Therapy cats. I don't know, man. That Handmaid's Tale scene made me cry.
Yeah,
I was like, women are so powerful. And then she's so bonded to the baby. Listen, I never want to give birth, but there is something fucking heavy metal about the whole thing.
We're gonna have to wrap it up in a few minutes, but is there anything else in the chat that's worth sharing? Anything that you would like to share, my dear?
I mean, everyone's just chatting.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love it. I love you guys.
You guys are the best.
So this is something that I probably should bring up in a private business meeting instead of on air.
Oh, okay.
But I feel fine about it because it's something that we have spoken about.
Sure.
We've been talking about like other fun shit that we could do on Patreon.
Yeah.
As an incentive to join, but also just like as a fun like holiday season treat for people who already are on Patreon. And I think we really need to do a either a high or a cross-faded get ready with me situation.
I agree.
Like I think we're planning to
we got to do our Christmas crawl.
Yeah, like we're going to do our Christmas crawl.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we do a high get ready with me before the Christmas crawl.
Yeah.
And then we make it available, but we should do something like bundle it in with some sort of like holiday deal.
Yeah.
Join Patreon before the new year. And you get access to it.
You get our firstborn children. You get to deliver our babies
in a field with cats.
Oh my God. Rick Bertelsen. I talk to Rick all the time. Fucking rock star. He goes, that happened to us. My wife went into labor at our house. Her water broke, and I caught the boy.
Caught?
What?
Caught.
Bah! Ah! I guess it's like sometimes it's coming so strong that it like flies out.
It's crazy because it's so unpredictable. Like you hear about women being in labor for 72 hours and then you hear about women who just
shoot it out.
Shoot it out in less than 4 minutes.
Do you think you're going to have a baby?
I don't know, man. Like I hope so because the only way that I would have a baby is if I was in a very good spot financially and I want that so bad.
And we're like, join our Patreon so we can have a baby. So Emily can have a baby.
Yeah.
And I can buy horses when I'm having a manic episode.
Yeah.
Jamie says my girlfriend gave birth at home and ripped. Then we went to the hospital. Oh, the pussy to asshole ripped. That's one of my fucking nightmares.
Tearing. Yeah, but it's not like it happens. They just stitch you up.
I know, but it's still like
it's brutal. But like
pussy to asshole rips. Why are we not getting paid more than men? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so my girlfriend gave birth at home and then ripped, and we went to the hospital and they sewed her without any numbing and and the amount of pain tolerance we have built into our bodies is fucking insane. And told her it was because she didn't need it because she thought she could have a baby at home. Oh, rude. They were like, you thought you were better than this, so now we're going to fucking sew your pussy up.
I kind of love that. I mean, that's terrifying, and, like, that's some end of days shit. But
you think you can handle this? They've got, like, a rusty nail.
I love it when people in the medical field own civilians' asses who think that, like, vaccines cause autism.
Sure. That I like.
Like, I love just like, the justice of having somebody who knows their shit tell you, like, this is what you get.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have been such a fucking hippie. Yeah. And now I'm using a rusty needle to sew up your pussy.
An AIDS needle.
Oh, I'm sorry for your girlfriend.
I'm so kidding.
Yes.
I don't want to accidentally say something offensive.
I'm glad your girlfriend's pussy was wrecked.
I'm like super not happy about it.
She deserved it.
I have thought about it. Like if I give birth, the epidural, like I will want more than that. I will not only will I want the epidural.
You want to be paralyzed from the neck down?
No, I want acid. I want tabs of acid.
That must be crazy.
My sister had the epidural and she said during the birth, like not even after the fact, she said that that Barry's boot camp is more difficult than giving birth.
Really?
Yeah. So get the epidural. You'll be all set.
Your sister really shoots them out though. Your sister's small.
She's not like she wasn't in labor for that long, but I'm just saying, like, the epidural makes it so that you can't feel it. Like, she had to be told to push.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So Rick says, no BS. We had a doula with us and we didn't want to be at the hospital forever. I do understand the worry about like diseases that are in hospitals because my dad got a blood disease when he was in a hospital. It's a very much a thing that happens. Like, hospitals are not, especially with someone who's as immunocompromised as a newborn. I get it. Like, a nice hospital, 100%, but not all hospitals are great, you know?
Yeah.
I understand the reasoning behind that, but we had a doula with us and we didn't want to be at the hospital forever. So she was going to labor at home for a few hours and go to the hospital, but the water breaking made it a home birth. So they were trying to like stay out of the hospital as long as possible. I get that. My mom, everyone in my family got the flu, and that kick-started my mom's labor, and she drove herself to the hospital in labor. Listen, we can talk about how woo she can be, but she is one of the toughest bitches I've ever met in my fucking life.
Yeah, my mom had 3 children without any drugs. And she'll be like you'll ask her about it, she'll be like, yeah, it wasn't that bad. And I'm like, you are I can't even relate to you on any level.
Yeah.
Right now.
You just like fucking shot him out of your...
It was hard, by the way. Like, she just doesn't remember it because after you have a baby, you know, you get all these endorphins and like you're so happy that you have the baby that you don't remember the pain.
Must have been...
That's why women do it over and over and over again.
It must be the ultimate rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't get
beautiful.
high.
It is beautiful. Like, people are not lying when they say that. It is so
I'm sure.
beautiful. Like, 1 minute there's no baby and the next minute there's a baby. Like, it's fucking crazy.
It is fucking crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
I didn't think we'd talk about labor today, but I'm like psyched about it.
I didn't think so either. Well, everybody, I hope you birth a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, guys, have a baby.
Have a baby. Who cares? Weekend.
Just fucking me and D-Bag are gonna have a baby.
I would love your baby.
Well, me and Dustin's baby.
I would just want to see like how you dress your baby, and like if there are disagreements about that, or like
little trendy glasses.
Yeah, I wonder, like without any glass, like with window glass, maybe.
Me and D-Bag's baby would be the weirdest fucking child.
I wonder what it would.
It'd be like so skinny, but like a huge ass.
Yeah, you know, I actually could easily picture what it looks like because you guys actually, I think, look more similar than you think.
Yeah, we look
like you have similar facial features.
We look like evil twins.
You have similar coloring too. Like, sometimes, you know, if a baby, or a person is like mixed, like you don't know what their complexion is going to look like.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I could picture your baby.
It'd be pretty Aryan looking.
Yes.
Yeah, because we were both like white blonde, and we both have light eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it would be cute. I mean, yeah, a cute baby.
Well, let's do it.
Just do it.
You slammed. You can have a baby. We can be moms. What makes you a hot mess? I ruined my life with a fucking child.
Our babies would look like little porcelain dolls with big noses. All right, we gotta go.
All right, bye everybody.
Peace out.
We love you.
All.
Keep it fucking weird.